If you've seen the news lately, you know sunscreen is suddenly in the spotlight. Headlines about failed tests, recalls, even bottles being pulled from shelves. I've had patients walk into my clinic saying, "What do I do with this? Can I trust any sunscreen now?" So let's take this slowly and steadily and walk through what's really happening. No hype, no spin, just straight talk from a skin cancer physician who's seen the damage UV can cause for over 30 years. And before we go further, you may turn on the captions. You'll see the names and the key points highlighted there. I've also put the details in the description so that you don't have to scribble anything down. The fiercest sun on earth in Australia. Australia has the fiercest sun in the world. Skin cancer, so common here, it's our number one cancer. That's why sunscreen isn't a luxury, it's a daily defense. So when trusted brands suddenly fail testing, it shakes confidence. But here's the first thing to remember. The fact these failures were picked up means the system is doing its job. Regulators tested, problems showed up, and unsafe products were removed. Messy? Yes, but that's consumer protection working as it should. In March this year, 2025, the consumer group CHOICE tested 20 popular SPF 50 plus sunscreens. Results came out in June, and the shock? 16, 16 out of 20 did not meet their label claims. The worst was ultraviolet lean screen zinc sunscreen. It tested as low as 4 SPF 4. It's since been officially recalled. Sadly, several Cancer Council products also underperformed, but one did pass. Cancer Council Kids SPF 50 plus. The three sunscreens that clearly passed and gave protection they promised were La Roche-Posay Anthelios Wet Skin, Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Body Lotion, and Mecca Cosmetica to Save Body 50 plus. Yes, many popular brands fell short. Now here's a doctor's insight that doesn't make the headlines. SPF testing itself is variable. It's done on real people's skin under UV lamps. Labs differ. Volunteers differ. Even the same sunscreen can give different results in repeat tests. That's why I like to say one test is a snapshot, a warning. But repeated tests give you the full picture, a real problem. That's why regulators look for patterns and sometimes outsource validation to other labs before they act. Remember, companies do test their sunscreens before they ever reach the shelf, but those are internal results. The TGA adds another safety net by randomly buying bottles off shelves and testing them. Then when groups like Choice step in, that's a third watchdog. It's messy, but the good news is there are multiple eyes checking, not just one. Some common questions. Which sunscreens are safe to use right now? Check the TGA's Recall and Safety Alert page. That's the live updated list. If a sunscreen is still on sale and not on that list, it has passed. Brands like Cancer Council Kids, La Roche-Posay, Neutrogena, and Mecca Cosmetica came through fine. So the rule is simple. Stick with what's still on the shelf and not what's recalled. Should you switch to zinc or mineral sunscreens until this all blows over? You can if you like. Zinc and titanium dioxide sunscreens are consistent, gentle, and reliable. I often recommend them for sensitive skin. But you don't have to switch. The sunscreens that remain on sale are still valid. The key is how much and how often you use. Most people under-apply, half a teaspoon for the face, a teaspoon for each arm, legs, front and back. That's far more important than mineral or chemical. Can you still use a recall sunscreen on your body, maybe not on your face? No. If it's recalled, the safest step is to stop using it, bin it, and move on. Let me assure you, this isn't a collapse of trust. It's a correction. Plenty of sunscreens are still safe and effective. Sun safety has always been bigger than sunscreen. Hats, shirts, shade, sunglasses. These never fail their test. Right now, the simplest test is to stick with sunscreens that remain on sale and not on the TGA recall page. Use them generously and reapply. That matters far more than whether the formula is mineral or chemical. As a doctor, I'd much rather see you protected every day than holding back because of confusion. That's how you stay safe in our fierce sun in Australia. So don't let the headlines paralyze you. Keep protecting your skin. Stay confident in the products that remain available. And remember, your skin deserves confidence, not confusion. That's the no hype, no nonsense truth. And if you want to understand just how fierce our Australian sun really is, I'll link my video on that at the end. Worth a watch. Thank you.